Hello, hello, and welcome my Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers. Welcome to your timeless True Love timeline read. How's the new music? Digging it? Yeah, I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, 25 years in service at this time of this timeless recording. I'm the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. It's available on Kindle. A version of it is available on Kindle. There's a link in the description box. You can check it out, preview it for free. The original version, the Fellini Festival of a Chakra Chaptered Words of Grace from a Professional Witch is available to some of my subscribers on Patreon. Can you imagine? Patreon.com/Drawing the Circle. My members only subscription platform that allows me a lot of creative freedom to do what I do best as a spiritual teacher, a professional witch, a professional intuitive, mystical artist, and all of that. All of my subscribers get three things in common. Number one, they get all of the extended readings, past, present, and future, as long as they remain subscribers. That's the right way to say that. They also get a daily check-in every single day, unless I can't for some reason, an unlisted YouTube live stream link. So we chat with each other about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a prayer, a blessing, a little something, something to send us on our way. And it is my favorite way to start the day because it sets me up for everything else I have to do. And I love it. The third thing that they all have in common, regardless of level of subscription, is a rather significant discount with private sessions with me. Private sessions with Mal. There's a new video. We'll talk about it at the very end if you want to hang out and talk about that. But if you are aware of Patreon, I love it. It is amazing, and I highly recommend it to just everybody to get on Patreon, creator or subscriber. So if you feel like it, click the link, check the menu, and come Patreon on Patreon. Because I'm the Archangel of Lions, Mark Angelo Lyons. You could just call me Mal. Hey, my balls, my adorables. The new music, Janet Grace Alvarado, a Taurus. I've known her for decades. I'm just so thrilled with what she's coming up with for the channel, and we're going to be helping to build her music channel on YouTube as well. So, that being said, for the new people, let's do some explanation, and then we'll get down to the divination. This is a 7-card spread, a simple timeline, past, present, and future. All 12 signs get the 3 tarot cards each, Daughters of the Moon, Mythic Tarot, the inner, the outer, and then a wild deck that I choose intuitively for each sign. Y'all are getting the Magical Herb Oracle, which is really the newest one to the collection, by Sherilyn Darcy and Dear Dandy, which makes sense, right? Element of Earth. And the Path of True Love reads that I do with extendeds. They're juggernauts, they're detailed, they're very, very deep and very mystical. This is just like a check-in, right? It is like seeing where am I, past, present, future, very general, and a general reading can be 10 years ago today and 20 years from now. Could be yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, check your other signs, and obviously this is a cross-watcher heavy read. If you want to know, what's going on in your relationships in your life or in someone else's relationships and how you might play into it, just keep in mind these are not always necessarily romantic, particularly with so few cards, and because you are the common denominator in all of your relationships. So definitely check your own Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, I would think would be a smart one to look at. Otherwise, that's the explanation. So both feet on the floor if you can, focus on your breath if you will, and I will do the best that I can to get you the clues, tips, and hints, little guidance and grace here to help you navigate the True Love timeline, which is about truth and love, and it's the truth of who we are, and the path of true love never did run smooth. The course of true love never did run smooth. A Midsummer Night's Dream there for you. Billy Shakespeare dated him. The more I can help people to traverse the true love timeline, the more love there is on this planet. Don't you think we just need some more of that? Yeah, so both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And let's get into the still point and get on with the divination. Ready? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Goddess override. And here we go. Using the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. I call upon my goddesses of earth, the sign of Taurus, powers of the north, please, beloved goddesses of fixed earth. 3 cards, face down, in clarity. Simple timeline, past, present, future. For the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading, where have they been in the timeless, true love timeline? Where are they now? Where are they now? Like GPS in the true love timeline, and where are they headed? Most probable outcome. Most probable outcome, the timeline of the goal, the true love timeline of this lifetime for the Taurus collective and the cross watchers. Now we're going to put the next 3 on top of those face down, and then we'll flip them all over together because I think it's more fun that way. The mythic tarot for the lower 3 chakras. This is the goddess energy, the inside stuff, the yin. This is the external relationships in the physical world. These are a little bit trickier because there can be a lot of mirroring. It can be you looking at yourself from the outside in, like in a mirror, but it could be you looking out at people, places, and things, including your relationship to yourself. And again, mirroring is a thing, so it can be both. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. God override. As I call upon my gods of earth, the sign of Taurus, powers of the north, please, beloved gods of fixed earth. 3 cards in clarity, face down, simple timeline, past, present, future. For the true love timeline, for the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. We're drawn to this reading. Maybe you led them to this video, this reading. Whoop, we got a flip C there. All right, there is our past card. So that's where they have been in the true love timeline. Where are they now? Just popping out. And where are they headed in this true love timeline? Our Tauruses and our cross watchers. Let's see where you've been. Okay, lovely, interesting. Lovely, interesting, and ooh. All right, buckle up. So where have you been in the true love timeline? Heart, third eye crown is the internal, the emotional, the world behind your eyes. Nobody knows what's going on unless you share it. And you've got the card of the moon. Now, the moon card, well, any major arcana card in a read like this, you've got another one. We'll get there. Covers all the chakras in the spread, if you will. So heart, third eye crown. There are a couple of ways to intuit this, but with what I'm seeing on the outer, I think I get a better read on this. It can very much be that your intuitive, emotional schemata, your creative intuition on the inside, the laboratory, right? Your spiritual power, your mental power, your willpower, choices, decisions, and your emotional power might be very much aligned intuitively. What you do about that in the outside world, of course, free will, minimum throat chakra, choices and decisions are in play there. But it can also be a time of things hidden, things hidden within yourself, the subconscious, certainly. Yemaya, the goddess here for the card of the moon. Look up Yemaya. A lot to go into for essentially a quick timeline read. But with 6 of Pentacles on the outer, there is at least a harmonious balance here, perhaps of giving and receiving in the past. Certainly, we see over and over someone with the money giving it to somebody who's asking for the money, but that it be done fairly, and that does make sense with the other major arcana card that's on the table, but we'll get there. Where you are now, 3 cups on the inner, bonding, make new friends, keep the old, one is silver, the other gold. Certainly, and can be an empathic bond. I'm going to kind of go out on a limb and say heart chakra dominant here. And 3s are solid foundations that can be built upon, right? So the word on here is bonding, right? So there is probably an emotional bond going on here. And with 4 of Wands on the outer, you may not be married, but you might be shacking up, right? Definitely stable, right? You go from the 3 of Wands, that, looking at your loyalty structures, initial foundation, and lighting a candle, and what you're willing to wait for, what you aren't. Here in Jason and the Argonauts, the quest for the Golden Fleece, they're setting up camp before they're going to battle the dragon, right? So this feels really good. I mean, if you are in a relationship, again, this is not necessarily romantic. None of these cards scream romance to me, but we'll see. Definitely there is something really stable here. Like, if this is from the outside looking at you, I would say your solar plexus, your boundaries are probably in place. You might be resting. You might be hanging out. But I do feel other people there. That could be very root chakra as well. That could be family. That could be friends. And certainly with the Three of Cups. It's not the Three of Cups isn't necessarily always such a romantic card. Well, in the Mythic Tarot it is, but you got it in the Daughters of the Moon here, where it really is about celebration and sharing cups. And of course it's a Taurus read, so my Taurus cat Melchior has decided to make a not so surprising appearance. Now come up here so that they know I'm just not talking to my sandals, alright? So stubborn, but I love him. He's such a good boy. He's a snuggle bunny. He's a snuggle bull. So yeah, no, I love that for you. And now here is where it gets interesting in the future. And by interesting, please put that in quotes. Four of Swords. Now I know it looks like Two of Swords, like Rider Waite, but it's not. There are two swords crossed underneath her, and the blindfold, and the key word written on the card. And I'm not a big keyword reader, but it is the word deception. Usually self-deception, and if we're going to go there, it's usually third eye, unless these deceptions are being spoken, then of course that is throat as well. But what I think saves it is you got the Justice card, your other major arcana card, which does speak of this fairness and balance, at least in the element of earth. Now, Six of Pentacles, that can be an equal exchange or a fair exchange between you and people, plural, or you and another person individually, that things are being meted, M-E-E-T-E-D, out in a fair way that actually creates this stable foundation. And yes, justice is made. Usually that indicates that an imbalance or an injustice was in play, but I'm not necessarily seeing that here. I mean, the other thing is we could take this as, you know, traditional Rider-Waite-based tarot, the Four of Swords, as contemplation, as rest, right? As that going inside and maybe seeing things differently. As a result, as mental rest can do, right? When things aren't so chaotic. Again, four is a stability, not as stable as the three, but definitely a place of rest before what would come next. The Five of Swords, which we know can be problematic, but certainly a change of mind. So interesting to be on the True Love timeline, because the outside feels very, very good, like very, very flow. If you're in a situation where there are legal issues going on, I would think that there is good faith here. And maybe sometimes in the future we look back and we go back and like, oh, I thought that was about that. Right, and then the blindfold is taken away. And this is Athena, goddess of a warrior goddess, but of strategy more than hand-to-hand combat. Though, of course, they put her here with the sword. It's not really her weapon. Her weapon is the spear, right, from a distance, fixed air, very Aquarius in that way. Though definitely a Libra card in terms of our usual interpretation of the scales and justice and balance. So take that for what it is. Let's see what comes about. Now look, this is the newest one, right? This is the newest one. I haven't worked with this one as much. I'm going to read it. There's a lot of info. I'm just going to read what I'm guided to read for whatever comes up. But I actually have to say I had my reservations about using it, but I kept tuning in and they're like, no. I'm like, okay. So let's see what happens. The Magical Herb Oracle and Enchanting Secrets from the Garden. Sherilyn, C-H-E-R-A-L-Y, and Darcy, D-A-R-C-E-Y. There's a lot. It's very info-dense, but well-written. And Dear Dandy, D-E-E-R, Dandy, I believe. Yeah, it does the illustrations. So let's tune into my beloved Archangel Ariel, the Archangel of Nature and all of that. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Archangel Ariel override. As I call to my beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of North powers of Earth, hence the Herbal Oracle, great Archangel of Lions, Archangel of Nature, Archangel of Wealth. please, one card in clarity for the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross watchers who are watching this video and were drawn to this reading. What is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power, your oracle message, Ariel, through the Herbal Oracle to help the Taurus collective and the cross watchers to clarify, to help them navigate the true love timeline in this true love, timeless true love, timeless true love tongue-tied timeline read? Guidance, sage. There you go. Guidance. Good. I just have been planting. I just got a lot of plants. I visited my parents. We went plant shopping. So I popped them all in the ground yesterday and they're doing well. Card number 24. So of course I have sage out there, but white sage doesn't grow well on Long Island. It gets too cold. So, you work with what you got. Card number, sorry, just skipped over it. 24. Now, like I said, this has got a lot, or like pages and pages of information, which is great. But I'm just going to read you what I am led to. So, card number 24, Sage, Oracle meanings. Oh, by the way, keyword guidance, as I said. Oracle meanings. Valuable advice is being offered, but it may not be in an obvious way. Well, that could certainly be that deception, like whipping off the blindfold and going, oh, right? Totally. Learn through observing more closely the examples of others or exploring the foundations and the structure of what you are focused on. An authority figure is energetically connected with you, and he has a great deal of bearing on the present. Okay, so there's definitely a relationship here that they're relating to. Be on the right side of the law, justice, and be very careful with contracts, justice. And you might also find those in positions above you will have a great impact on your concerns. These should be favorable. You may be prompted to find a mentor, teacher, or counselor to help you move forward at this time. Interesting. It goes into botanical description, but wait, let's see what else I got in here. Magical correspondences, that's a chart. A sage guidance spell. Well, I think the divinatory, the oracular meaning is enough there, right? So look, let's look at this now, put that into context, right? Burn some sage, do what you gotta do. But in the past, right, things might have been cloudy, very emotional, perhaps very intuitive, maybe even psychic. I hate that word, but it's a good word for it when it's all of them linked together. It means of the soul. I should get over it. But with this fairness and balance, it feels like in the past things were done fairly, or at least from the outside looking in, you did your best on this. Like whatever it took to like find the balance here and do this live and let live, fairly take, fairly give, which, brings you into this place of there is an emotional bond. There is a flow of emotion here, different from that, the moon, to one that has one more of emotional bonding. And it does feel like there is a safety here that some, your heart's desires may not be fully manifested, but there is a safety around you. There is a sense of, okay, now get ready. Right? It's like, let's rest. And, sure, this could be the engagement card. It just doesn't look anything like the Rider-Waite-based tarot system, right? So there is maybe a timeout, a chill here, a pause before the changes of the 5 that would come. Hence, the guidance of Sage here may clear your eyes, right? Clear the eyes of illusion and delusion, right? Deception. Because as much as other people may try to deceive us, the shit we tell ourselves, right? That we believe to be true until we don't anymore. And then we don't need to beat ourselves up about that. It's a journey, right? Who the hell knows everything all the time, right? 24/7, 365. Well, I don't know, but I bet there might be fun at parties, right? So with Athena there, the Great One, I mean, one of my goddesses since birth, absolutely, with the owl that sees in all directions and all of that, I really, really think there is some guidance here, intuitive kind of in the past, very internal, now bringing you to a place of coming maybe more from heart chakra intuition of like, no, this feels good, let's stay here, let's rest here for a bit, and then into this really seeing things differently, but also perhaps as a result of some mental rest, if not straight up meditation, coming in the future as things balance out in a just way. So let's put this together in a blessimation, as I always do, because every time any of us blesses anyone or anything, the vibe comes down from the 8th chakra out and into the world. So it shifts us, it heals us as it goes. That's why the more blessings you give, the more you got to give. Yes, Rich work. Oh, please take a nice deep breath. It's a good read. Not without its challenges, I'm sure. Still point. Pantheonic override. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need in the timeless true love timeline to take the intuition that they had and know that they did the best that they could to be fair, to be balanced, to be in their honor and their integrity in their relationships in the external world, because as a result there is a heart bond there. There is a bonding, family, friends, even if it's lovers, there is a place of comfort and rest here. And perhaps, yes, an engagement, maybe not so packing up, but shacking up if that's all they want to do. And certainly, as a result, things that rest could be bringing them from the 4 of Wands on the outer to the 4 of Blades, the 4 of Swords on the inner, in the true love timeline, to see things clearly as the clouds of the moon part and they see, and justice is done, or at least established, or at least begun with the guidance of Sage from Archangel Ariel, perhaps to clear the space. So may they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, the guidance, the grace that they need to take the hero's journey of the true love timeline of this lifetime all the way home for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. So it is. Oh, I love this new music. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I enjoyed doing it. And really, for only the second of this series, I think we're off to a good start here. So if you did like it, just hit the thumbs up. It helps other people find the reading, other Tauruses and cross-watchers. Want more of me here, feel free to subscribe, because I'm not stopping the YouTube part of it anytime soon. And comment, notification bell and all that just helps other people find it. Because on Patreon, we don't have algorithms or logarithms. Unnecessary. Because once you sign up for a level of subscription, you get everything on that level of subscription. On my Patreon, doesn't matter, $3 Seeker, $20 God Goddess, you get everything in that particular category. You can change it up whenever you like. Oh, and I keep forgetting, they're offering free trial options, so I'm going to do that. I should really do that tonight. I'll put it on the to-do list like everything else. So there's a lot of good things happening on Patreon. Remember, you get the extendeds, you get the daily check-ins, and you get a significant discount. So let's talk about that discount. So yeah, booking or reading with Mal is gone. It was a fun video. It served for a couple of years, but 25th anniversary, May 1st, 2023, I changed my prices after 25 years, but my patrons get a significant discount. So I made a whole new video booking private sessions with Mal, which includes readings in person, on Zoom, etc. The same with spiritual counseling, and I even mentioned the hands-on healing work I'm really good at, but haven't done in a while because I don't have an office and I don't feel like driving around with a massage table in my car. So for now, that's a no, but it would all apply to the same. So there's the new video. Go check it out. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I think it's like just under 10 minutes or like 11 minutes or something like that. So yeah, you want to book me for a private session, please do, because I help people in the true love timeline all the time. Whether it's family, friends, lovers, someone's gone, someone showed up, it's all about you in a good way, right? You are the common denominator, so heal something a little bit in the true love timeline. You jump to a deeper, higher vibe true love timeline. So hang in there. I love you. You can do this. Give them bull, heal, hell, farewell, and blessed be.